Alright, I am recording my screen to show you guys how to record your screen using Zoom. It's not that hard, so let me pull this guy out here. So I've got Zoom, my Zoom meeting up and running, so you can use your personal meeting room or whatever. And then you can come in and go to, you can do this before or after, but I'm just going to start recording now. If I left click, I'm going to record on this computer. You can do Alt-R. And then I'm going to share my screen. So I'm just going to go pick the screen that has my Grasshopper and my Rhino file open, and split the screen so we can see what's happening in Rhino and in Grasshopper. You should pretty much have everything non-previewed and grouped, so you can see. Ignore that over there, but you can see this is all. These have all been grouped into neatly and titled. So I'll show you how these first two, and then you can sort of take it from there. So once you start recording, you don't need to talk. You just need to come in and work yourself from left to right and show us what the definition does. So in this case, I would come in and preview that point, which is right there. And the range doesn't have a preview. It's not a geometrical thing. So I put a panel in here so you can see what the range is outputting. And then you preview the circle CNR, and you can see that. Now if you have sliders, it's useful to come in, we want you to come in and sort of move those sliders, right? So we can see what the definition is doing and that it works. Okay, and then you would just move down to the next one, right? And well, first go in here and unpreview all of these, hide them, and then move down to the next one and work your way across. So if I come to the rectangle and preview that, make sure you zoom in Rhino to adjust for anything. I do have a few extra pieces that I have for other definitions, and that's okay if they're in there, as long as they're not interfering really with your other definition. So I'm just going to work my way across here. There's the center, and then this is taking the size of the rectangle, dividing it in half so I can have an inscribed circle right in there. So thinking of different ways that you might want to do that. And then you'll just work your way down. Make sure that you group things for this particular assignment. It's probably fine to go in and just group them all, like circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and triangle 1. They probably won't be very complex definitions, but if you have really complex definitions, let's see if I have an example in here. Let's look at this one. Oh, come on. So if you look at this one, these have been grouped right into two different versions. So create a column and array. So if you have really complicated stuff, you can do that. But otherwise, you should be fine, right? Just grouping them together and organizing them. Okay. Once you're done, you'll come in and stop the recording. I can go to this guy over here. Right? So you can stop the share, or you can come up here and stop the recording. So I'm going to stop the recording. And then you can stop the share or end the meeting, however you want to do it. So if I come in here and end the meeting, I'm going to end the meeting for all, right? And it's going to bring up this dialog box that says converting meeting recording. And once it converts that meeting recording, it's saving it to your hard drive. And it has, what you'll need to do is you'll need to like log on to Zoom. So if I go to this guy, if I go to Zoom, you Texas log on, right? So I'm just going to log into the UT Zoom and sign in. You can sign in, and if you go to your recordings, right, you'll have local recordings, and it will show you where they're being recorded. So that one I just recorded it right here, and you can open that, right? And it will open this Zoom meeting. So here is your where it's saving, and so it's saving on your document Zoom, blah 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 blah. So you can actually put a shortcut to this too, but you can see that it's got the ID and the name and then which meeting it is, and you'll just have to copy the MP4, so there's a 1, 2, and a 3, and you'll have to rename it, you know, and update it, right? So there's a few locals, so it does it pretty randomly. You'll have to do a little work, but that's how you get it.